So this is what you get today, by the way, because I'm so freaking busy with work. And so I went back to my stupid little calendar book and I realized I had never given this a review or spoke about this film, and it warrants it. Okay, so hear me out here. There's a couple things about this film that I think you're either going to love it or hate it. And a lot of people are saying it's a gender thing. I think it can be, but I also think that the filmmakers sort of missed a mark to keep others intrigued. Hear me out here. So the film is about a woman who is married and she has a child played by Amy Adams. And in doing so, she has to give up and sacrifice her career of being an artist. Her husband, on the other hand, is his career takes him away a lot. He's constantly traveling. So Amy Adams finds herself at home alone with this little baby or this young child. And so she is kind of muddling through life and trying to figure things out. And definitely a lot of resentment is boiling up, not only towards what she sacrificed, but towards her husband, and that whole dynamic is playing out. This is, I would say, 99.9% of mothers find themselves at some point in motherhood. I don't care if it's from a newborn till the kid is 35 years old. You carry a little bit of that. And it's not mean. It's not meant to be that way. It's just, this is who we are. And what happens with Amy Adams' character, though, is that her nighttime ritual routine winds up turning into this mystical kind of piece of the filmmaking where her maternal instincts turn into this canine type of storyline. Now, this film is a brilliant film in my eyes. I think Amy Adams, this is one of her best performances to date. She is magnificent. Now, where I think that the filmmakers may have lost a lot of people was that it was telling the story and it was leaning into telling the story in this mystical way, but then it dropped it off. It didn't really see through it in the way that probably a lot of people watching the film would have stayed on for the ride or really enjoyed it a little bit better if they leaned a little bit more into it. Now, I loved the film. I don't think it needed to do that, but I'm saying that I think the reason why, or a change of one's opinions that are giving it horrible reviews, probably wouldn't have. Now, I don't think that they had to do that for this film. I think the film was magnificent the way that it was, but I do think that there would have been people that may have walked away saying, I don't get it. And that's understandable. But overall, the film is a really brilliant film in telling the reality of motherhood. As much as you go into it, even before being a mom, having this ideology of what it's going to look like for you. On the other side, you will always have something or element that is pissing you off or that you didn't sign up for. That's what you're saying in your head. I didn't sign up for this, or I didn't expect this. But at the end of the day, she was still a mother and she still was super maternal. And she had to find a way to be happy and be a mom at the same time. They can be together. They don't have to be two separate things to be happy one way and be a mother. And I think that that's the storytelling here. I loved this film. I actually really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was smart. I thought it was, again, Amy Adams was great. I do think that sometimes this mystical piece was a little wonky. I felt like they really probably needed more of it for it to really come together as this mystical masterpiece with an underlying story, or messaging. So I'm giving it 4 out of 5 stars. Go check it out now. It's on Hulu.